Can't believe we miss football so much, no?
We have. Yes, ball has been out of thing for so long, bruh. So long. International break, make up, eh?
Heavy. Heavy, bruh.
Of the season, man.
Huh?
You lose the momentum of the season.
But you see, I think it's just because of FPL.
Put your mic on, bruh.
Yeah, that's one.
Now, let me see. No. Okay, now put it close to your mouth.
Testing.
Yeah, that's how a mic works. Simply what? Jesus. But yeah, salute, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the next installment of the ZA podcast. It's been real. Salute us. Owens, wat is wijs?
Awareness mensen, hoe gaan het daar zo? Is alles alright bij die huis? Balance goed daar zo bij die huis? Ik wil man ook net zeggen, coming from the last podcast with a little bit of controversy. Oh, let us just say that mensen make it controversial. But yeah, on this podcast we have a young up and coming young blood of ours in the game, so we'll be interviewing him, asking him a few questions. Also with the here and there topics of the ZA podcast. But yeah, nee, gents, hoe gaan het? Alles alright?
So much, Ita. So. Thank you for having me, man.
Introduce yourself. Tell us what's your name. Tell our viewers what is your name and where you from, dude.
My name is Lerique. I was born in the Eastern Cape originally. Moved to Gauteng, obviously for family.
You were born in the Eastern Cape, what?
Born in the Eastern Cape.
What did you say after you said it?
And moved to Gauteng.
Okay, carry on.
Moved to Gauteng.
Stupid. Dumb.
You didn't want to say it, but okay, carry on.
Moved to Gauteng. Obviously went there to high school, and for the past 2 years I've been living in Cape Town, just loving life, man.
Lekker, man.
How much you have been loving life, actually, never.
I've been loving life, man. The chance have been taking me around, experiencing new things. Not only just,
But why it sound like you were born in Cape Town, bro? Boma Wellington, Abo Palala.
I wonder why.
That side.
I wonder why. For those who are wondering, I'm still struggling to say I'm full of it. So, just a disclaimer. So when this podcast go on, you'll catch the inside jokes here and there.
But didn't you tell us that your throat itches every time? That's why you must say that.
Nah. So there's a strip still for that.
But stressful is your throat is so.
Be serious,
yeah. You kill Jack me.
Yeah, that means otherwise. Just ignore this nigga. Ignore him, Larry. But yeah.
You can try.
Yeah, you can try though. But yeah, right. Good to have you here. So, like we said, the pod is not only about us discussing whatever's in the industry, but we also want to give new upcomings a chance. And I want to know what defines an up and coming DJ in today's life. Like, I knew what it was. Like, what makes you up and coming? CD for you, like. Seeing that you have Lerique here this evening.
Must I give you my...
Yeah, wait, your opinion, yeah.
Like, well, I can give you my experience as an up-and-coming DJ.
Yeah, and your
like, I don't think I can generally define what an up-and-coming DJ is, because up-and-comings nowadays can blow up within a month, 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
For us, it was for me, it was a process.
I still think the process is there, though.
No.
You don't?
No, I don't think so.
Why?
No. Because I think it's easier. It's easier today with social media being there, and you have more. There's more of a structure. So Mensa will come to you and say to you, because you have a presence already. Mensa will come to you and say to you, okay, come, listen here, let us handle your things.
And you're more accessible also as a DJ through social media now. Like, you're more accessible. People are open. You are open. Like, you guys were talking about on the other episode about private accounts and why DJs have private accounts. Obviously, as a DJ, you have to market yourself. And if you blow up the way the algorithm works, you happen to be accessible, man, to those who want to book you, obviously. And
but what if you cuck?
You know what? There is some people who are cuck and accessible. It's not, I know a few, but I don't know mention any names.
But I've said this previously as well. I don't think anymore it's about. I don't think it's about your skill and the art of DJing anymore. It's who you can pull, the people that you can bring. I think that you know what, like America has that celebrity status thing.
Do you think they still have it?
Yeah, America does, bro. Why you think celebrities walk around with securities and bodyguards and what? Here in South Africa, it's getting to a certain point now where it's also similar to that.
Yeah, you can hire a fucking bodyguard nowadays. Have you seen these bodyguards for hire, bro?
Yeah.
Now you come to maybe you go to the mall of the North, Gateway or Century City, wherever you are, Waterfront, walking around. People need to know who you are. You just hire the bodyguards, don't stop. I'm al 5 man is om jou. And they're like,
even the pastors have bodyguards today. Pastor Fabian.
I think social media just.
It's me.
I think social media just fucked up everything, bro. Like, in a sense of, your life being private. Because there's men that they post everything there, but you digress over topic of being an up and coming DJ. Well, in my time, it was, you didn't have social media, so everything was word of mouth. It came down to your skills of how you mix, what you play, and then it came down to your hustle, networking, being by certain events, making fuss with Mensa. I guess it's still like that to a certain extent, but obviously Mensa, like what I've seen in Cape Town is very cliquey.
Yeah, it is like, like I can say, no, not a lot of people in Cape Town play hip hop.
But really?
Like, let me rephrase. Not a lot of DJs in Cape Town play all hip hop. And I say it like that because the sets are very generic. You know you're going to hear Fat Man Scoop in there. I mean, I play the song also. You know you're going to hear that up tempo.
But do you think
hip hop stuff? But like, I know a lot of guys that are so scared to play trap hip hop, like 70 BPM. I was one of them.
I don't know what's trap really.
Being an upcoming DJ, the stuff that you used to vibe to at Waka and
trap.
That trap hip hop, man, the 70 BPM vibe, because it's got that trap.
I don't know. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm
so like your Rick Rosses and those types of things, man. That's what I mean. Like those.
Is that trap?
The BPM is on that level, basically.
Oh, the BPM.
Yeah. So,
but the genre, but it's not trap.
It's not trap. But I'm just saying that trap type style beats with the raps being like the hard beating. Then it's not groovy. It's more boom, 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 boom. Like, you know what I mean? And where the 100 BPM stuff is more, it's a vibe, it's a groove, and so to come back to what I'm saying, here in Cape Town, people just play the 100 BPM stuff because it's what Cape Townians know. Then you go to Joburg, it's totally different ballgame, and where not a lot of people play that stuff. They play it there.
In Joburg, it's more. In Joburg, I think it's a lot of new stuff.
Yeah. Like your trendy music, like also Joburg has a lot of underground rappers. That's one thing about Joburg that I know. Like your small
I've realized rappers. I've realized that years ago already. If you go to places like, okay, it's no more Sumo anymore. It's more, what's it called now? Love. I think it's called Love now.
There's one here by us also.
Drama.
Oh yeah.
Like drama, Love. That time Onyx. It was still owned by the people of. But if you go to those kind of places, the DJs they play, I've heard like the hip hop they play. I can't resonate to that hip hop.
Yeah.
Like I can't, because I come from, like, if I think about hip hop, I think about like gangster rap basically. Like that's my kind of hip hop, like
the thing you posted
lyrics
now,
and
like the thing you posted now that the Tupac raised us.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, like, that is like lyrics and that kind of thing, like stuff I want to listen to the words. I want to hear what kind of message you trying to deliver or put out there in your song, or I want to hear your cadence. I want to hear the structure of your rhymes. And all that kind of things.
Nowadays
you get a few Owens like that though. Like
I don't.
You get a few Owens, man.
I don't know any.
Maybe J. Cole.
Because I haven't followed. Okay, but internationally, yes.
Internationally, yeah.
Locally, there's two that I can say, okay, right. Nee, Malu also sent me out a clip of us young men of Cape Town, but I slapped him in Afrikaans. Hi, powerful Gazi. Was it like his name?
M. Joyner.
Oh, that Afrikaans clip that you sent me, you said, listen, you'll understand.
No. Promo them.
Yeah. That like the slat.
That line about Messi and Ronaldo was already that thing, no?
Didn't you book them once upon a time?
Yeah, I think it was that. I never said it.
Yeah, my birthday.
So, it was, yeah.
So for me, like local artists, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Like, okay, let me not call them local because Owens the one isn't local anymore. Nasty C is not local anymore. That man blew up. And Youngster. And then just like this at Omalu speaking. I've never listened to their music like that. When Malu sent me that, I actually
because that line I wanted to catch with Ronaldo and Messi because I knew it would resonate with you.
So if you like, for me is like, if I'd listen to that if you can rap like that consistently. Obviously, we know you have J. Cole, you have Joyner Lucas, you have Kendrick Lamar,
your big names.
You have West Side Boogie.
Yeah.
West Side Boogie is more underground than anything. Then you have Owens. Like even you see that the OGs are also trying to make a comeback now. Wu-Tang Clan or Redman, Method Man have a
Snoop
track out
Dogg also dropped an album with Dr. Dre now. Collab album. Few months back, say about 2 months back.
So something like that, yeah. Look,
I didn't. You see, I haven't been following the hip hop scene so much.
But that's the thing, because hip hop is not the same anymore, and to bring it full circle back around to what we said earlier on. Peru, you're not doing stuff on the wormhole on the internet. Losaf, I mean, Eminem, one of the greatest. No.
That man doesn't need the internet. Can I just?
He doesn't. But you know what he did? He just last year, the year before, he just said, "Boom, album done."
But he does that.
And then he goes away.
Eminem does that because he's one of my favorite. One of my favorite. It's
rappers, yeah.
Your goat, basically.
Tupac, okay. Number one for me all the time. All the time without, because I grew up with Tupac. I literally grew up with Tupac. I could relate to a lot of the things he was saying in his songs because of where I grew up also.
I think it's for me it's other way around.
And then Eminem number 2 for me. Eminem because Eminem also had that life, also not growing up, coming from gutters and stuff, but that man's lyrics, his cadence, his wordplay. You must
listen to the one album. His first album was the biggest flop he ever had. Now there's millions of views, or maybe like 1 million on every track. I'm not.
No,
sure.
Eminem is boss, bro.
It's called Infinite. Listen to the Infinite album.
I'll check it out, Malo.
But yeah, like, so I hear what you're saying with the hip hop guys. I hear what you're saying, but for me, it's like.
Can I just touch on the hip hop? Something you mentioned, Malu.
Well, I said nothing.
About the social media thing. About the social media thing. Like, if we look at even like in today's hip hop, with the whole beef thing that went on now, that revived hip hop for.
With Kendrick and Drake.
Yeah. If we look at it, I think so. Just for a bit, and if you can see now, African music, electro music, all the things taken back over again. Yeah, even in SA, we were all listening to Not Like Us once upon a time. It died down.
I can still drop a track.
You can still drop it.
And people vibe.
Now you can still drop it. But one thing about the social media, man. Sorry to cut you off, Ziri, man. One thing about the social media is, they mentioned that basically there was fake promoting happening to basically boost this beef and revive hip hop. And that's also another thing. There's so much influence from social media, then it's not even about the raps anymore. It's about what people think is good rather than what is actually good.
Yeah, like the people that reacts to the songs itself.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So, like I say, when the people react to your song, they give their opinion of what they think about the song.
True.
Obviously, people, then you'll have mensen commenting, and that is how it just goes. So there's so many. That's why the internet has such a big influence on this industry at this point right now. It's crazy, bruh.
It's actually cuck also in a sense, because like look at it's twofold. One side is right, one side is not, because now you get people that's actually making proper music. It's actually worth something now. It's much more tougher for that person to break through.
Right, actually, yeah.
But then for the people that do break through, salute for them. You know what I mean? Like piano now. Let's make an example. But fuck, yes, I did it quite. Here we want to live. Everyone wants a piece of South Africa. Yeah. Even Trump, he's got Elon there now. You know what I mean? So yeah, but not to dwell a bit on that since we have the lichte goedjes here and so on. I want to know from you, Lerique.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, don't call me sir, my daddy sir. Why? What made you start DJing, bruh? What brought you into where you are today? Why do you want to pursue this thing?
So for me personally, my thing is, when I started DJing, I looked at the people that's around me, basically. Siada was one of the influences once upon a time. Imtiaz. I have a few cousins that DJ from the Eastern Cape, so there's a bit of a background to it also.
Lekker.
But one of the main things was, so like I said, I moved to Gauteng, and obviously that's the best place where you can be exposed to such piano, private school, lock tunes, all those type of things. I somehow fell in love and appreciated that type of music so much to say that I felt like I should be putting people on in a way. I should be making people listen to the songs. What other way than controlling them in the club? Controlling the text, being on the text, the ones and twos, putting people on to new music.
What is the biggest gig you had so far?
The biggest gig I had so far was probably Living Room Belleville.
Okay.
Living Room Belleville, choose event.
Lekker.
I won't lie, it was one of the best nights of my life. Lekker vibes. Nice event also.
So you're still duck for in the game, like because you answered me now with what you say, which is quiet.
I wanted to ask also, what kind of music got you into the whole DJ game?
Blues.
How long ago did you start this thing? Or how long ago did you think about it?
I get the question. So when I actually started DJing, if I'm being very honest, I actually started DJing Gom. One of the first places I played at was actually, not a place, but the first place that I actually performed and DJed like on actual controllers was at the backyard of my friend, and he played piano. I couldn't also just follow up playing piano, more or less the same songs he's about to play. And at the time, Gom was booming. That was 2015, 2016. Naileo, all those guys, DJ Maparisa.
DJ Leg, them also.
Those are the ones. So it was that, and also the BPM for such songs is similar. It was easier for me just to jump on.
Yamnandi. Hey.
You slutty with it.
I know what you're talking about.
There's not even a log drum. It's so goof. I don't know what that is, but that thing makes geraas. The people used to go crazy for that back in the day. So I just feel like that's where it first started for me. Obviously going up the ladder, picking up from there. Piano started maturing a bit more, if I can say, and that's when I hopped onto the piano trend.
The piano trend, or did you like the music or what?
It was more an appreciation for the music. If I'm being honest, it was more an appreciation for the music.
Because then you also dick riding like other motherfuckers.
For saying the trend,
it's just walking in on the pod, yeah. But
it's the side ninja. The side ninja come from the Kijima play weights. The side ninja come from the Kijima play weights.
I don't think you were. I'll defend you. I don't think you were riding.
No, I'm not saying he was. I never said he was.
Because you cock sometimes. You must stop being like that.
Am I cock with you, bruh?
Nah, but that's alright, man. I love you for who you are. That's my answer. I didn't answer yes or no. But kijk je maar, before I get
sound like a preacher. I love you for who you are.
Before I get off that topic now with the Gom itself. So Gom wasn't appreciated. Like Siad says, it was a thing of I was hopping on a trend once upon a time. But I fell in love with piano. I fell in love with private school. The thing is with private school, man, for it being so exclusive, you feel like, yo, this is a part of your set. This is your set, not the producer itself. Like you can, for me personally, I feel like this is me putting on the crowd. Not Cubs are the Smalls lock tune. I'm putting on the crowd. So most of them haven't heard it. I heard it so many times before you. I'm putting you on. Here and there, I feel like, obviously, you guys also know as a DJ, you need to put on your crowd with new songs here and there.
Got to wow them somehow.
Somehow, yeah, man.
But I like what you say there, because like I can say, no, this is a track, the event song play. I don't know what the name of the song is. Just know, me and City both have it. So that song come on, me and City's on the dance floor. Yeah. But I can understand where you're coming from. Away.
But how's your experience been in a game? Like from the time you started to say where you are now, like what steps have you taken to get maybe to better your brand and stuff?
Yeah. Now I get the question. So I'll start basically from where I am now, the steps I'm trying to go to, and I'll just work back if that's cool with you, Owens. So basically now my biggest thing is building my brand. Getting my name out there, building a fan base. I feel like that's very important. If I have 10 people that fuck with my things, I'm keeping that 10 people, I'm holding them till I'm done DJing. That 10 people, I take them everywhere, and eventually it will grow. This 10 people know another 10 people. I'll look at it like that.
What if they don't?
If they don't know 10 people, like I said, I take that 10 people, I put them on every time, I keep them with me. As a DJ, that's what I want to push.
Ladies and gentlemen, go and follow the 10 people. We're looking for you right here. Follow this now. I'm just throwing you in there.
Thank you, sir. But now, like I said, just trying to build that social media presence. Obviously now, if you check out my Instagram, Lerique, you can follow me as well.
So how do they type R?
Where can look here. I forgot what I want to say now, man.
You're busy punting yourself. So
like me personally, I don't promote my DJing as much on my profile. Like I won't post. Like that's the steps I'm trying to take now. Turning my personal Instagram more into a professional DJing Instagram.
Then delete shit that you must delete. I mean, I probably won't because.
But I think like your personal Instagram should be your DJ Instagram as well, because you at this point I think like your what. Let me not even say just your Instagram. Every social media platform is basically about your life more so than it is just about DJing. So it will all coincide with each other.
Yeah, but some people make it a business in a way. It's only just one. It's just
no. I can understand that. I can understand that, and but that's it's like at a point with him now. That's a lot of things to manage,
dude. Have you got the time?
Yes, sir.
So then fucking do it, but like, you know what? No, I'm not gonna lie to you now. Back then, we had time for days. Yo, when I drove up, that was me. Okay, wait, I'm gonna drive up now from Cape Town. I'm gonna get in my car. I'm gonna move to Joburg and then get there. I don't know how I'm gonna survive. I have some money on me, but we're gonna make it work. And we made it work, bro. It's just... That was me putting myself out there just to see what's happening in the next town. I think you have an advantage over many other guys that maybe coming to the game today because you're from the Eastern Cape. You're from East London.
East London, yeah.
East London, ne? That's deep east, bro. You're like Tug East, ne? But you moved to Gauteng.
Gauteng, yeah.
Why? Now you're here in Cape Town. That's 3 different provinces.
Exposed to the different places, yeah.
3 different provinces, 3 different cultures. I don't know if you've noticed, for me, the center of the country doesn't sit here, bruh. It sits in Joburg. Because a lot of genres come together there. A lot of it. There's a main genre, of course, 100%. There's a main genre. Every place has its main one. Like Durban, it's got Kom,
yeah.
And Cape Town's got its Yatia, and Afrikaans.
Also here and there, yeah.
Some in the Loxon here and there. But I'm just saying the main focus.
Yeah.
But then if you move to Joburg, piano is there and then it filters out. Like you'll get drips and drabs of the rest of the other genres everywhere. But I feel like people don't realize how things should be used as the hub, bruh. Look at Emo Adams. Als je dit boek hebt, man. In Pretoria years ago. And remember Pretoria is predominantly white, bruh. Afrikaans. Emo Adams appealed to the white people, the Afrikaners. And that man is just off, gone. That man just do KAK, festivals, kyk net hulle, that type of buzz, you know what I mean? Because as the market he penetrated, so that's what I'm saying. Yes, yeah, he saw there's a culture here, but he saw a bigger market that side.
Yeah.
Early B, same perfect example, and I grant Early B because that man also from PE, always trying to break through, and then boom, moved to Cape Town, but he also just does big stages. I think we had Bukit Man in Netherlands also.
Yeah, he's up and down,
And he's also signed, I think, to Universal as well, bro. Or is it Sony? Fuck, he signed to someone. You know what I mean? But he's moving it, bro. So, just say, you have the advantage, bro. So use what you know and just run with the motherfucker.
Nah, I will, sir. I will. Obviously, being under the wing of big DJs like you guys, man. Obviously, a few shout-outs like DJ Jared that teaches me things here and there and exposes me to new places as well.
Thanks for that.
Like you mentioned earlier, Malu, I have been exposed to different places, yes. But I recently moved to Cape Town and you guys have actually been exposing me to a lot more things and things that I haven't actually opened my eyes to in the DJing industry. For one, crowd control. That's a big thing here in Cape Town. Piano doesn't move Cape Town, if we're being honest. Certain songs in piano move Cape Town. Your TikTok
certain
trends.
areas also, more the locks, like we said the last time.
You get very big DJs, like I mentioned the names, that can move these clubs, even with these big songs and even your private schools and your TikTok numbers in between, just integrated perfectly, man. So that's also just another thing on the topic of me, what my steps are, just building crowd control, trying to control the crowd and trying to move within the structure, man, like trying to sort things out there with the crowd itself.
Nah, I hear you, buddy. I hear you. Yeah, man, bro. You must interview this man. You're talking here.
Nee, I'm sorting us thing out to the driver, man. Us driver's making me nar.
I can see.
He's making me nar, but let us carry on my own story.
So you need a tablet.
Huh?
Like a pregnancy, the morning after. Would you nar or something?
No, bro. I don't have morning sickness. It's most evening, most.
Oh, sorry, Booty.
Hey, Thomas, bro.
Could you say you nara, then must tell people?
Yeah, nee.
Can I get the whole
No, but I'm listening to what you guys are speaking about and what.
Yeah.
What did I want to ask you actually?
You wanted to talk cock.
No, I didn't.
The last thing you asked was about the steps. What steps do I want to take to actually build myself as a DJ in the industry?
Well, I just wanted to know, I wanted to know by you. Obviously, you said now also you in the piano scene, and how do you see? Not how do you see the piano scene, but in Cape Town, you being in the piano scene, is it easy for you or is it difficult for you getting some mentors' attention?
Yeah,
or
so
people's attention in order to book you, that kind of thing.
Yeah, okay, that's a big one. So there's 2 points I want to make on that topic. So the first one is the booking in Cape Town. So it's not even a secret anymore. There's a lot of gatekeeping going on in the piano scene, man. Like you have big guys that control the bookings and there's big guys that know who gets booked and who should be booked, that puts the word in there. I feel like in Cape Town there's a clique, man. And there's a clique of who should make it, who shouldn't make it, whether you pick good or not. There's a certain group of people that basically control, like I said, gatekeep. With that being said, I feel like one of the biggest things here in Cape Town is if the people know you, or the people like your things, then you have that fan base, like I mentioned, that 10 people. If that 10 people are Cape Townians that like piano, I have another 10 people of Cape Townians that like piano because they start moving together and all start appreciating. One thing I've noticed in Cape Town is they trend followers. When it comes to the piano thing and music, they trend followers. There's Cape Townians, there's not. Don't get me wrong.
Can I tell you, sorry to break your word, can I tell you what's a trend in Cape Town now? Can I tell you what's a trend in Cape Town?
Sorry, Cape Townian.
What I've noticed.
I can tell you what's a trend.
What? I don't know what the fuck it was. I don't know what it was. But what I seen is a trend in Cape Town now is, I don't know, okay, the Owens are also trying to see if I can slot exclusives.
Oh, yeah, I see that.
But it's not socially. I've noticed I see Owens that I have on my WhatsApp, and Owens that I have also that I see on TikTok here and there. Cape Townians, they trying that thing of, all right, piano exclusives.
Like I wanted to say, my second, sorry to cut you off.
Kudos to them, though.
My second point now is that me personally, if I felt like, and it's obviously not for me to say, but if I was in Johannesburg with the sound I have and the sound I push forward with the piano, private piano, I'd blow up faster.
No,
I'd blow up more even.
I think because you'll be in a space where people understand what you're playing
and resonate more with it.
No, obviously Joburg you'll resonate, but people understand what you're trying to do, because the difference between Cape Town and Joburg is, especially in clubs in Cape Town and Joburg, is in a club here in Cape Town they want you to play hits all the time. It don't matter. You must just play it.
Yeah.
Unless you know how to navigate your set. Like I've learned to navigate my set in a certain way. Like if I play at IAPM, I can play peak set, ne? But I can slot locks.
Yes.
But I slot locks. I know to say I slot locks that is going to move the crowd. But that is why I'll always start my set with a lock. I'll start my set with a lock. I see what the crowd, how their reaction is to it, and then I'll move from there.
So I'll
say, okay, right. Maybe after this one I can slot maybe another 2-3.
Yeah.
Then I maybe go something of TikTok. You understand? Maybe start a commercial mainstream something like that.
Yeah.
But I'll always just keep it in that so that my sets aren't the same all the time. It's not generic. It's not now it's not the same like maybe the piano DJ that played before me. That's why I'll always also go to my gig maybe an hour and a half before the time.
Nice. You know, it's the best thing I like doing, and maybe you can also try to do it, Larry. Just go to other venues, just to go here. What other people are playing. Yeah. Like especially like over the weekend, so we went to Rand. I would spend like an hour just to hear like what's different, what's a bit different in that hour. I didn't hear much, but it does help you just to kind of listen it, Biki. What are they doing there? Okay, there's no how it works here and there. Okay, cool. Just to gauge what's happening in other places. Side when you drop your sets, wherever it is, you basically, because you got your own style and your flavor of things, and then boom, you just say, okay, let's drop this one in here just as a boom, like, you know. I mean, so
that's one thing I'll respect a lot about the DJ is that if he doesn't switch up his style of play because a promoter told him to, you know, because it takes away from you as a DJ, man. It's not enough feeling, because it's happened to me before.
Because like, it's not generic, basically.
No, it becomes how can I say? It becomes like there's no enjoyment
in your set.
In my set. Like I don't enjoy it, because you know what? People might not realize it, but when you playing, ne, the crowd actually feeds off the energy that you giving from the music that you loving, and I
saw that in the cast years ago. Other bro Teramo, that man play. No, we invite him. He come to the plane. It's just colored party. By that time, house is still housing, and he's dropping tracks, but I don't know what tracks he's dropping, but just the way he's playing it, his energy. But we didn't care about what the song. We just, this man is. And we were all in the gears because of how he was playing and his energy and everything. We were vibing, we were fucking with that shit. You know what I mean? Today.
And the mixing is obviously clean. The DJ's going with the vibes.
And that is a thing, bro.
So no effects. There's no effects on the mixing because it was still a Behringer.
Yeah, that's
the silver one, bro.
But I like I say, I always say, times have changed. You have to adapt to how times have changed, how things move forward and stuff. But at the end of the day, I still feel like, you know what? You still need to remain original, and you remain who you are. You feel like to say, hey, even my bro, even like me and you, I talk genkak, bro. I talk genkak. There's times when I make jokes with you. I thought I know sometimes you take him a piss. Very, very.
I try not to anymore.
You can be a tour sometimes.
No, but my bro, he knows I don't mean it. He knows I don't mean it like that. It's not to attack him or his character or everything or what he's doing and what. Because he knows I can be bluntly honest with him also.
Yeah, okay.
And that is me giving him constructive criticism, saying to him, hey, Buta, you know what? This is what you need to do here. Try doing this. Try doing that. You understand?
Yeah.
Even though you may be sticking to your guns.
Like I get where you're coming from, where you say it's not like us to be asked to switch up what you do. That's why, and I know I've asked you before too, kind of do that, but I would never take away.
Oh, you did ask me gang times. Why he's like us Cape Town promoter.
But I would never take away from.
At the time he asked me to play church music.
I remember that year. Wasn't it the soulful? What is not the soulful Sunday, no?
Nah.
What event of yours, Manu?
Yeah, I said just play piano, but more mainstream.
Okay.
But I won't take away from the piano.
Yeah.
Itself, because I know CD's piano. So,
well, not necessarily, but it's what I'm playing now.
Yeah, but because I know you more of a house. Like, I mean, if we go way back to.
But that's was my goede.
But I'm saying,
basically.
But as I said, you off piano. I'm not gonna take away from someone. Tell you, babe, bro, he's a piano DJ, but you're gonna slap me go come sit here tonight. No ways, that's never ever gonna work because you don't do that thing. You know,
like me booking you at an event. I know where your strong points lie.
And you know you know what you're booking me for.
Yeah, I know what you can handle.
I know what you're booking me for.
You understand?
So
I'll never come to you and say, hey, Malu, my bro, Kazi, you don't maybe want to play a rave.
Yeah.
You understand? It's a flow. It's a flow. Now, even though I know he was a resident at certain clubs and what where he had to slot different genres all the time, and he is versatile like that. But I think I don't know what you guys think about it, but in our time, in my time coming up, when you were in it, you chose a certain genre to play. You stuck with it from the beginning until you've been playing. Yeah. But I noticed there's one that jump.
Johannesburg, they did that, no?
Like unreasonable.
Sorry, unreasonable.
I want to terrorist unreasonable.
Sorry, man, James. Before we get off the topic, it's also basically part of the interviewing thing. I know it's supposed to be now my interview.
Are you interviewing us now?
I'd like to ask you guys. I'd just like to ask you guys one question each from the both of you.
My answer is no.
Is it the same question?
No. Since you guys gave me a few tips and things, man, about DJing and what right now.
Okay.
What's one key tip to make you the X factor in the game? I want an answer at least from each of you. Because you gave me a lot now, but what's one thing that both of you think can make you different from other upcoming DJs, basically?
Sorry, you know when my face does that thing, I wanted to give a Tomo answer. So right, you go.
Must I answer?
Yeah, you go first. Oh, you asking me?
What's the X factor?
Like, what makes you an X factor in the game as an upcoming DJ? Like, what can make you an X factor? Like one tip.
So I need to think back.
You don't have to think back necessarily, but look at, like, for me.
But you said upcoming.
Yeah, then you must think to last year.
Then I have to think back
to last year.
You can look at recent big DJs or recent DJs that's still on the rise, and you can.
I don't really think there's that thing of an X factor anymore.
Yeah.
Back in the day, your X factor was your style, how you play. If you can, because back in the day it was of who can drop the newest.
Who can drop the newest
or tracks that mensen didn't know Because we used to do that, bruh. Myself and Imo and I were problem kids. We used to slot numbers in a club now, and then a promoter of a club said to us, "Hey, why you playing this?" A week, 2 weeks later, and another DJ slotting net things that we were slotting. Then a promoter come and he look and smile to say, because that was our thing.
But that was Cape Town as well. I mean, me and Quentin, when we used to play together, we did the same thing. We can play tracks, we can go. Did we search? You were sitting here by the house, searching the whole time, scarily asking this one. Boom, have the numbers. Now maybe we get it out from one of his brasses from Pretoria. Play it in the club here. People just look at us like.
I honestly think the X factor of today is who can slot
views,
the most TikTok trends. Not songs. Not tracks. Who can start the most TikTok trend dances as a DJ?
I'm gonna give you
because all these motherfuckers dance.
Do you know what? Do you want the X factor for me? I'm gonna give you an X factor from me. Find a genre that hasn't been tapped into yet, or an idea that hasn't been tapped into yet, and tap into that thing. Clint did it. Milo did it. It's working with him. You know what I mean.
That's nice.
And if you can, but if you don't love it, cool. You don't love it, then don't do it. But do it if you wanna be a trending DJ. Otherwise, stick to your guns, swim uphill, and eventually you'll pop. We just don't know when. We can't give you an answer and say you will pop off in the next few months because everyone's journey is different.
Anything can happen within that few months.
That's a game,
Anything can happen within that few months. You never know if your posting is consistent, if your how can I say your interaction with people are consistent. Consistent maybe with mixes and those things. Your hustling is also consistent, so your gigs is maybe flowing. You understand? So you have constant content. You never know. A video can make you blow up. One video can make you blow up.
No?
One video can make you blow up. Right? So I just think, like I say, I don't think there's generally an X factor anymore when it comes to DJing. Probably in the deep house scene still.
Yeah.
Probably in the deep house scene still, because deep house is still true to that nature of exclusives. Like Joburg's piano scene in the Lokshin, Boma Foslo, Boma Elix, Boma Soweto, Fatvat. Their locks, my brother, come I tell you something, locks and exclusives are held on the highest level, Papa.
No.
On the highest. Why do you think if Kabza and them get booked, Papa, that owners just start locks?
And it's not like
headliners where they start locks that people don't know. That people maybe heard some of our songs,
in the mixes.
But they didn't. In the mixes, but they don't. None of them have it.
You that's the worst, no?
And there's one of that. There's one that have locks exclusives, but there's certain locks and things that us wanna have. People will even tell you to say, "This one is lock."
Look here, and there's locks that's locked for 5 years. There's been locks from Chivani's mixes that I still can't get.
There's a song. No. That Calvin made a remix of Masego, whatever. Still not out.
You won't get it. You know who you get it by.
Then I find the mix. I find the mix on YouTube. YouTube, they get mix off, bruh. I'm not, because now I'm thinking, yes, I got the song. Because now I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna make it.
You know who the only person you'll get that song by is Calvin
himself, yeah.
And maybe Bandros and Emet is in his circle.
Yeah.
But you know what, guys? I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to wish you well in your journey, homeboy, because you are the future. You must pass a torch to him.
I've been passing a torch. Man, blow it out every time.
It's your father, Luke.
You like us all with it.
I'll put oil on that torch.
Like us all with a torch, what?
You know what? Come and give you an X factor.
Yeah.
Before we go, this is your X factor. Look into the camera, play it, and then take your pants down, show them your tolly.
No.
Thank you very please.
No, shut it down.
Ciao.
No,
it's 1 million views.
Oh, shut it. Yeah, we clear now. we finish with a story. Larry, thank you for coming, Gazi.
Thank you for having me,
Thank you for
Machita.
coming, Larry.
Salute,
Thank you for the
coming.
opportunity, Mr. Malu.
And also, like as man say, also I wish you all the best on your journey, Gazi.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I was a little bit out of it for little of this episode when I had little
It's
things
easy.
to sort out.
It's easy.
But yeah, like I say, all goodness on your all well wishes on your journey. If you need, we're here for you, Gazi. We want to see you blow up. Also, we want to.
Change you, please call me name, please.
As Mansell saying, please call Miss Gazi. Please call. No airtime.